Adventures of the Gummy Bears is a Disney cartoon originally airing in 1985, and lo and behold, in 2014, TG managed to produce Adventures of the Gummy Bears, the role-playing game, a game about the adventures of and you're gonna be amazed when I say this, the Gummy Bears. It's a 10-page game with a dice ladder system as its core resolution, assigning one of 4 key aspects about being a gummy bear: hide, bounce, courage, and cleverness. The goal is simple: hit the adversary point total of the goal in front of you. So if it's 8, you need to roll above an 8. In addition, that you end up with 3 traits, which allows you to roll a second die of that type, as well as luck, which is kind of like a meta currency to instantly max out any die you roll. Finally, you end up with a permanent item, which is effectively your calling card item, increasing a die size by 1 if you use it. You'll oppose the nasty ogres and the other neighbors as you make your gummy berry juice, which not only roids you the fuck out by increasing your bounce score to 20, it also gives you 2 luck to max out of that 20 on any check. That's really it. The GM will give themselves 100 to 200 adversary points to make a series of adventures and problems for the players to oppose, and then it's over. It's quick, it's dirty, and you know what? It's pretty charming for what it is. It's really good for kids. Rob Liefeld's BLOODPATH is a hardcore game about hardcore badasses trying to secure immortality with sick cybernetics, massive firearms, and big muscles and pouches. At its core, it's a d6 dice pool, with 3 being the average amount of dice rolled, called your core dice. You'll assign given points to cyber and muscle with 3 pouches in total, adding your cyber and your muscle die to rolls whenever it's vaguely appropriate. Pouches are unique as they can be applied to literally any roll. If you're successful on that roll, they'll actually be refunded. If you fail, well, they're going to be lost. But don't forget your weapons, of course, which are equal to the number of your muscle die. These are all rated from 1 to 3, and you'll be amazed when you learn that these are added to all of your combat rules. Speaking of combat, it's a straight core die plus weapons versus core die plus their cyber die, abusing pouches along the way, with the catch being that every fight is a 1v1 death match. Securing the initiative allows you to score an extra 4 dice, and there are also automatic counterattacks. When you do take damage, you're going to reduce your pouches first. Then when all your pouches are gone, you're going to be reducing your cyber, and then finally your muscle. The game serves a very distinct purpose of being this ridiculous extreme blood sport comic book deathmatch, but it won't actually last you a campaign at all, and it'll barely last a mini-series. But as a one-off when someone can't make it to session, is perfect. Do you want the best car racing game about lesbians on the market? Then you're going to be amazed when I say Car Lesbians is the game for you. With a sleek 20 pages, you have 2 core stats, car and hotness, with the optional stats of truck, score, and drift. Amazingly enough, everything I just stated is actually pretty simple. It's a d6 dice pool system where the characters have to roll 4 up to score a success, with 6 being 2 successes and 1 being a penalty to those. However, since making out and driving cars use effectively the same mechanic, you're going to need to have to beat the difficulty of the leg, jockeying your opponent for any small advantage you can get. The main game does boil down to this ridiculous over-the-top scenarios it wants, and surprisingly simple to understand racing mechanics, as it's more about forcing your opponent into pit stops to put them on last or trying to pass them with aggressive moves, not even factoring the sheer audacity of mid-air stunts with a small pit crew inside your tricked out ride. It's a charming in its simplicity. However, if the name is too suggestive for you, well, I'm gonna say skip it. I presented a PG-13 version of the game, but the PDF does not give a shit about that. Definitely not a family-friendly adventure for the whole crew, but neither is going 1.21 jiggly watts. My name is Notepad, and this was Rapid Fire number 6. All of these games do actually share a common creator, the enigmatic viral of viral games. Question where he disappeared to. It's been a long time without him, but alas, we must continue what we do best. But if you like what I do here, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And many thanks to the plutocrats as always for funding my very long misadventures.